Hi, this is Madal Bayanla and I'm your host for this Most Significant Women podcast. The most significant women in the podcast for Josefa Llanes Escoda, together with her personal stories, dynamic hope, and wisdom. A better way to honor these remarkable women throughout the history. There are some truly eye-opening tales of Escoda achievements covered in this podcast. The Philippines, previously occupied and colonized by various military forces, possess a rich history of resilience. Filipinas participated in the shaping of the nation when the country won and reclaimed its independence. Josefa Llanes Escoda's contributions are symbolic of the capabilities and commitment of Filipina social workers. She dedicated her career and life to advancing social justice. Josefa Llanes Escoda, noted civic leader, educator, and founder of the Girl Scout of the Philippines, or GSP. Escoda, who obtained her teaching degree in 1919 at the Philippine Normal School in Manila, a social worker of the Philippine chapter of the American Red Cross. She was sent to undergo training in Girl Scouting in the United States under the sponsorship of the Boy Scout of the Philippines. Escoda, who was a suffragist, amplified the political voices of all Filipinos. In 1923, she served as the Executive Secretary of the National Federation of Women's Clubs, or NFWC. In this position, Escoda fought for women's involvement in the Philippine government, soon suffrage. Her forward-thinking, feminist ideal or understood the power women possess with their new civic identity. Escoda's educational background in teaching from the University of the Philippines fueled her commitment to child and maternal health. After training with the Boy Scouts in the U.S., Escoda returned home to develop Girl Scout leaders. She founded the Girl Scout of the Philippines and was the first group's executive director. Additionally, she studied social work in New York and returned home to serve her country again. Eventually, Escoda became the president of the NFWC from 1941 to 1944. Escoda played an important role during World War II and called to action by the Bataan Death March. Escoda served the prisoners of the war and civilian internees. She covertly provided personal medical supplies to hostages in various camps, even after his husband's capture. She helped reconnect them with families in Manila, with the help of other women that she trained. After years of the dangerous work, the Japanese military ultimately arrested Escoda. She was exposed and executed by the Japanese when they found out about her contributions. Right before her arrest, Escoda conveyed to a friend, "If you survive, tell the people that the women of the Philippines did their part in making the ember spark of truly and liberty alive till the last moment." Escoda imprisoned in Fort Santiago. Later, Escoda died by execution. Escoda's activism never relented. The Philippines honors Escoda with her image on the 1,000 Filipino peso bill. She is one of the two women featured in the currency, more valuable than money. Escoda's legacy is emblazoned on the advancement of the Filipinas, the field of social work, and the Philippines. And that's how remarkable women is Josefa Llanes Escoda, or also known as the Florence Nightingale of the Philippines. That's all I have for today. Thanks for listening to the Most Significant Women podcast.